All right, Nick, let's talk about the New York Jets. We all know that Aaron Rodgers is the new shiny centerpiece of this Jets offense. Everybody's very excited about it. We've seen him through early minicamp OTAs, seeing how good this offense is looking, and everybody seems to be having fun. And I think that is because they're getting back to the old days of when Hackett and Rodgers went back-to-back NFL MVP seasons and Rodgers was at top form. I think this Jets team has a plan to get back to just that time period.
Yeah, Miles, I think Jets fans will really be excited what the Jets offense is doing. A big move they're doing to support Rodgers. But before we get into the report you dug up, I want Jets fans to answer this question in the comment section below. Who is your breakout candidate on the New York Jets for the 2023 season? Look, there's a lot of interesting guys, both on offense and on defense, maybe on special teams. But we want to hear from you guys specifically. Give us your one guy on the New York Jets right now that is poised to have a breakout 2023 season, and give us that guy in the comment section below. All right, Miles, what you got? What's the latest out of New York?
Yeah, Nick, I think the Jets have a master plan here, and it's really not going to be anything too special. It's more a matter of control. Who's in control of this offense? Who is calling the shots? And I think there was a very interesting comment that Hackett made on Peter Schrager's podcast this season, but this was over on NBC Sports where we got the general gist of the article. It says Hackett, now the Jets offensive coordinator, spent the 2019 through 2021 seasons with Rodgers in Green Bay. Rodgers won 2 MVP awards and made the Pro Bowl all 3 seasons during that time. Rodgers threw for 12,416 yards, 111 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions with a 109.2 average passer rating in the 3 seasons Hackett was there. Though head coach Matt LaFleur called the plays with the Packers, Hackett was a big part of Rodgers' success. Hackett will call the plays this season, but the Jets' offense also will be Rodgers' offense, Nick. And Hackett said, I think there's going to be some freedom with Aaron as we move forward in this Green Bay system. There was definitely more freedom as he went along there as well. Hackett said, we're just going to continue that because you've got to take advantage of a guy like Aaron that is so smart and understands it so much. So we're trying to build this thing for him and build it so then when he sees certain things, he can do all the kind of stuff that puts us in the best position possible. So basically, Hackett talks about how as they progress through this Green Bay system, Aaron got more and more control. And now that he's once again in that familiar role, they're going to not stop where they left off. They're going to keep moving forward down the line, giving Aaron as much control as necessary to put the team, as he said, in the best position possible, Nick. I think this is a genius move because you don't mess with perfection. As I said, 2 MVP seasons, 3 Pro Bowls. The proof is in the pudding. This was a system that simply just worked. But I'm curious, Nick, what do you think about this? And how does this affect the Jets going forward? But before we hear your comments, Nick, I want everyone to make sure they stay tuned to the end of today's video to hear word from our partner, and that is Neuro. They have a lot of great products, give you some quick and easy boost of energy, keep you sharp, keep you focused, have you run this Nathaniel Hackett offense like a pro. Make sure to stay tuned to the end of this video to hear more about Neuro and their products and to get your hands on our discount code. But now, Nick, what do you think about the Jets, Rodgers, and Hackett?
Yeah, Miles, I agree with you 100%. It's a really smart move. And of course, building off of that Hackett-Rodgers relationship is really important. I know there's some people out there that are like, well, we don't want the quarterback to be running the offense. And that's not what Hackett is saying here. He wants it to be a collaborative effort. That's what he's going after. He says, listen, we've worked together before in the past in the Green Bay Packers. We were very successful. We want to continue that trend of collabing together. And it is not unheard of for veteran quarterbacks who have long distinguished careers with one team, move to another team late in their careers and focus on building a collaborative effort for a lot of success. Probably the most famous example of that is when Peyton Manning went to the Denver Broncos. The offensive coordinator, I think Mike McCoy at the time, decided that he was going to sit down with Peyton Manning and build their offense together, taking on a lot of what they did in Indianapolis. And of course, McCoy actually watched film of Peyton Manning's led Indianapolis Colts offense to make sure that offense was structured for Peyton Manning's strengths and more importantly, for the verbiage and familiarity and the cadences to make sure Peyton Manning would integrate into a new situation now in Denver smoothly. That's exactly what Hackett is doing here with the Aaron Rodgers. He's saying, listen, we're going to run the same offense he was running a few years ago. That doesn't mean it's obsolete. It just means it's going to be a lot of the same verbiage. It's going to be the same tempo. It's going to be the same rhythm. It's going to be in a situation where Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to think when he hears a call in the huddle and he hears 76X dagger. He doesn't have to think, okay, is that the way? Is that the new Jets way? Is that the old Packers way? He knows, no, okay, that's the way we ran it. I don't even have to think about it anymore. It just goes off muscle memory at that point. And I think that's really smart for the New York Jets, because the only thing that can hold up a talented veteran quarterback in a new situation is communication issues. Because once you have those early communication issues, like in training camp and mini camp and OTAs, things like that, that usually translates into the regular season. Probably the best example was, again, involving the Denver Broncos with Russell Wilson last year. Wilson never got off to a strong start with the Broncos, a lot of communications issues, and we saw how that turned out for Denver last season. The New York Jets obviously don't want to do that. But I think the other side of the coin here, where I think the Jets are doing something really smart, is they also are self-aware enough to understand this is a 2, maybe 3 years, if they're lucky, window to try and win a title. There's no reason to hold anything back and worry about, how's this going to affect the chemistry of the team in 2027, or how's this going to affect growing the offense, for the long term? Because right now there is no long term for the New York Jets. They've got a roster ready to compete and win big now. They just need to make sure Aaron Rodgers is prepared to lead that football team. And so from both perspectives, both from making it easy for Aaron Rodgers to get more comfortable in the offense right away and get all the communication issues out of the way, this is a smart move. But also it's a smart move by understanding that this is a short-term window that they have to take advantage of, and they need to do everything they possibly can to make sure they take advantage of it. All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner in today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.